Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with Stampacrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thanks for joining me again for another video tutorial today. I'm sorry the sirens are going off in the background. It's our testing, which is good because tomorrow we're having bad storms with possibility of tornadoes. So I'm always happy to hear the practice sirens. I don't want to hear the real thing. Okay, so today I wanted to do an Easter card with you, and I'm going with the Rejoice in Him stamp set. I really love this one. I tend to go more with cutesy Easter things, but I thought for Easter this year that I would do this one. I just love the images and the sentiments in here. All right, so this is a card that we had done in our workshops this month. And I wanted to share it with the rest of you. So if you're watching and you went to workshop, here's a refresher for you. Okay, so I'm starting out with a piece of crumb cake cardstock for our card base. And then I have a layer of crumb cake that I have run through the Cane Weave embossing folder. I just love this because it's kind of an old, gives me an old style to it. Now, if you wanted, you could do a little bit of sponging around the edges. I'm just going to go with it as is for today. But, antiquing a card is always a lot of fun. But I'm just going with tone on tone. I have a layer of early espresso. And then I have a stitched rectangle that goes on here. And this is from the Stitch Rectangle dies. This one's about 4 by 2 5/8. So I cut the espresso a little bit bigger, and I will put the measurements on my blog so you can check that in a bit. And I'm going to take the Jesus the image here. We're going to emboss with gold. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy right here on top and using Versamark. And we are going to stamp up at the top. Let's see, right about there in the center. And we'll use a little gold embossing powder. I love heat embossing. That just looks so nice. All right, give me just a second. We'll get this heat embossed. I'm going to pause this for just a second. If you haven't done a lot of heat embossing, this is how you tell if it's finished. You can see right there how the gold, once it's heated, it turns shiny. And where it's not heated, it's still grainy and it will come off. So after I'm done embossing, I always look at it in the light to make sure that it's completely shiny. So we're going to finish this up. Now you can see how everything is great. So that's how you can tell. Now, that is possible to overheat your embossing, and it will start to dull if you've heated it. So if you've heated it, if you've heated too long, I don't know what I'm saying today. I haven't talked to really anybody this morning, so yeah, I should really warm up my voice before I go on to do a video. Okay, so I've got some early espresso ink, and I'm going to stamp on the front the Celebrate His Love right here on the bottom under the image. I'm leaving just a little bit of space because I'm going to tie some trim there. Now I have a piece of scrap, and I'm taking this palm image. I'm going to stamp it twice. And it didn't come out all the way, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my inside and my envelope while I've got this going with my palm. And then for the inside image, I'm going to do wishing you love and joy this Easter, which I love because this is an Easter card. Okay, we are done with our stamping. And then I'm going to take, this is a blender pen, and I'm not using ink, I'm just going to take the ink that's already on here. So this is like a clear pen, so you don't see any color, but it picks up the color of the ink that you're using it on. I'm just going to fill in these leaves real quick. It goes quick, you don't have to spend a ton of time doing this. Okay, I always wipe it off in case I have a little extra ink there. Of course, I stuck my finger in the ink. All right, so we do not have a die for these, so I am just going to take my scissors and cut around that. And I've already done a set here just to save some time. And I've left a little bit of white. I usually tend to leave a little white there. It makes it easier to trim out. Okay, so let's adhere this to our espresso cardstock. All right, now I have some of our gold trim, and I'm going to tie this around in a bow. So this is our elegant trim. It comes with a spool of gold and a spool of silver. I buy so much of this stuff, I love it. All right, I'm gonna tie a bow right here on the edge. And as you can see, it's a little bit loose right here. So instead of retying, I'm just going to take some Scotch tape and get all my slack right there in the back, so no one's ever going to see that. And we are going to use some dimensionals right here and pop this up on our card front. I have small ones. These were left over from my paper pumpkin kit this month, which I love that we always have leftover goodies. Okay, and then I'm going to put just maybe a couple dimensionals on each of these leaves. And I'm going to just kind of poke them under my knot on my bow right there. Overlap that and make sure I don't cover my words. And let's get that ribbon out on top. And we are almost done. I'm going to grab some of my pastel adhesive back sequins, and I have gold here. I'm looking for my there it is. All right, I'm gonna grab a large one. Well, which way are we gonna go? I'm gonna put one there, and I'm gonna grab a small one and put it on my, right there on my palm. Now, if you want to add another one, I might just go ahead and add another small one up here or right here. I don't know, wherever you want to put them. You can use as many as you want. And that's it. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to trim a little bit off here. It's a little bit long. Okay, perfect. Isn't that pretty? I have made so many of these, and these are what I'm sending out to my family for Easter this year. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a little more of a neutral, not super bright and crazy, but of course you could change your colors if you want, or use designer paper in the background. You know, it's easily adjustable to what you want to do. Also has two other sentiments that says he is risen and peace be unto you. So those could go for you know, in place of what we did. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's card. Thank you so much for being patient. I was gone all last week to California, visiting my granddaughter, who is super cute. She's 6 months old, already is standing up in her crib by herself, pulling herself up. She cut a tooth while we were there. And then Kim and I went to see, my oldest went to see a taping of the new Frasier series that's coming out this fall. So that was really exciting. We had a good time with that. But it's good to be home. And I will be doing I have an Easter treat to share with you on Saturday. And then another fun video on Monday. So I hope you join us back then. And please click subscribe if you'd like to make sure you don't miss out on future videos. All right, thanks everyone, and I will see you soon. All right, bye-bye.